Man, do you like podcasts? Well then,
welcome to
No Gimmicks Needed!
So, what do you guys want to talk about?
this is the Nerd Coalition. Enjoy the show. Time to go switch over to AEW. AEW Full Gear is Saturday, November 22nd. So this is going to be the podcast going to be up. I'm not going to do it till after Full Gear next week. So we might as well do the predictions now. I understand we got two more shows of AEW, which is Collision and Dynamite and Collision. I know Kenny Omega's going to be coming back on Wednesday, I believe it is. I'm not sure. As of right now, we have 9 matches, which is including 2 pre-show matches. We already know the 2 pre-show matches are going to jump to 4, and then we're going to probably add 2 more matches to the main card. So I understand that I'm not going to have the full predictions ready for you guys, but I'm going to give you guys something, okay? Because that's what's going to be at. We're going to talk about this. It's going to be in Newark, New Jersey at the Prudential Center. So this venue holds about, let's see, for ice hockey about 17,000, basketball like 18,000. So it can hold up to a good amount of thousands. Usually AEW, when it comes to their PLEs, they do good with attendance. It's most likely their weekly shows that they be having a problem with. So they can get 15,000 people in that building. So it's no problem with that. So let's go over the matches and give our quick predictions on what we see going on here. Full Gear this show is not really interesting me a lot, but we're gonna talk about it. So far, like, I don't watch too much of the pre-show match at all, but they got Boom and Ding, Big Boom AJ and QT Marshall with Big Justice versus RPG Vice, Rocky Romero and Trent Beretta in a tag team match. Don't care. Then they have the $200,000 Fatal 4-Way tag team match. The winners receive a $200,000 cash prize, and I'm just like, we doing this shit again. Tony Khan love these money matches that mean nothing. Then we got Max Caster and Anthony Bowens who are reluctantly tagging together. I'm like, what is this storyline going on? And it keeps getting played out on the pre-show, so I don't even pay attention to this shit at all. Versus the Bang Bang Gang, Big Bill and Brian Keith and the Outrunners. And I'm just like, okay, it's probably going to be Caster and Bowens, maybe. Or Bang Bang Gang, whatever. So here's the main card. Like I said, 9 matches, but once again, this is going to change because I know on Dynamite and on Collision they're going to probably add about at least 2 more matches, maybe even 3. You know, Tony Khan does it. But first off, to get this out the way that I don't know what's going to happen, they have a Casino Gauntlet match for the inaugural AEW National Championship. Why does AEW have another championship? They don't need no more championships. So now they got this new national championship that they're adding. I don't know what the hell the national championship is supposed to be. And did they show this back on November 5th, and it can be defended in Ring of Honor, New Japan Strong. So I was like, so we gonna do another Casino Gauntlet? I'm like, to the point where I thought the Casino Gauntlet was usually reserved for All In. Right, even though like that has to be like their signature match. How Money in the Bank used to be that for WrestleMania until it got its own thing. Well, now it's like we're doing another Casino Gauntlet, and I don't know any of the participants yet, so we don't necessarily know. So I can't say who I think is going to win it because I don't even know who's going to be in it. Okay, but if they just want to throw a belt, I just don't know. And I don't think they need anything. So, next up, we're going to have tag team match for the AEW World Tag Team Championships. Finally, just a one-on-one tag team match. I think this is going to be good. Bandino and Brody King taking on FTR, Cash Wheeler and Dax Harwood with Stokely Hathaway. This should be a good match. I'm actually looking forward to seeing a one-on-one tag team match, not a triple threat tag team match, not a fatal 4-way tag team match, a regular tag team match for these champions that they can really showcase their skills. I have FTR winning this one because I do believe that we are building back up for the Adam Copeland return. And then with the Adam Copeland return, we can do Edge and Christian thinking, or Cope Christian thing again, whatever the case may be, and they can get the tag team titles off of FTR. Now, whether that be at World's End or if they wait and push it out to Revolution at the beginning of the year next year, I don't know. But honestly, I think for the build-up, stuff like that, and maybe you want to give FTR like a little small run, I can see Revolution next year. But it'll probably be a World's End type thing because I think Edge or Adam Copeland is due to come back anytime now. So yeah, I'm gonna go with FTR. Do that. They're gonna drop the championships. Then we're gonna have the $1 million trios match. The winner receives $1 million in cash prize. We have a $200,000 one in the pre-show. We got a $1 million one now. Kenny Omega is teaming up with Jurassic Express to take on the Young Bucks with Josh Alexander. Obviously, now I'm not gonna lie. The broke Young Bucks gimmick is I'm actually enjoying it. I'm enjoying the broke ass Young Bucks. Okay, so I like that gimmick. So, but honestly, they gave Jurassic Express the win at the most. What was it, at All Out? I think it was. So I can see the Young Bucks and Josh Alexander winning the money. But then it's like, well, they're not the broke Young Bucks anymore. So how we'll keep the storyline going with the money, or if they want to keep the storyline going, or them still being broke, then Kenny Omega and Jurassic Express can win it. But then what are they going to do with it? You know, like if you're going to keep doing these money matches, Tony Khan, have a storyline to do something with it, opposed to not doing anything with it at all. You feel me? But yeah, but for some reason I'm gonna go with the Young Bucks and Josh Alexander on this one. Then we have a no disqualification match for the AEW TNT Championship, which is Kyle Fletcher taking on Mark Briscoe. If Briscoe loses, he will be forced to join the Don Callis family. That is the storyline here. Honestly, this is going to sound weird. Y'all not going to agree with me on this shit, but I'm going to be honest with y'all. Having Mark Briscoe join Don Callis family, and it's kind of like a Daniel Wyatt thing to the point where it's like, he really shouldn't be part of this. But however, he joins it and he gets like clean cut, gets a suit, stuff like that, and we don't really see Mark Briscoe like that. It'll just be something interesting for him, and maybe he can start taking down the Don Callis family from the inside. That's how I'm looking at it, opposed to just looking out off the bat and be like, Kyle Fletcher's going to lose, because Kyle Fletcher's not going to lose that TNT Championship right now. But putting the stigma on it, it makes it feel like if they really don't want to, have like do that storyline with Briscoe, even having been Don Callis family, Briscoe could win the TNT Championship. I mean, he could be doing for a championship, so it is possible. So honestly, I know because I don't want Kyle Fletcher losing it just yet. I'm gonna say Kyle Fletcher and Mark Briscoe does that. Mark Briscoe joins the Don Callis family, and they put Mark Briscoe in a suit, clean him up, and that would be kind of interesting to see. And now Darby Allin is going to still find ways to take down the Death Riders because we didn't do it at Wrestle Dream. So it's Darby Allin taking on Pac. Regular singles match. There's no, to my knowledge right now, there's no gimmick, no disqualification, no Inferno, no nothing like crazy like that. It's just him versus Pac. I think you keep on the momentum that Darby Allin is having right now, and you have Darby Allin beat Pac. Now Pac, I'm going to talk about it. That's why I'm going to close the show out with when I talk about Blood and Guts, and because AEW had their annual Blood and Guts. It was kind of late this year, but they had it last week, so I want to talk about it at the end of the podcast. But I feel like I do the predictions now. I know it's kind of backwards. I probably should have talked about Blood and Guts first, then talked about the predictions, but I did. So, but Pac did toss Darby Allin off the stage, off like the entranceway, through a burning table to the bottom. So that sucked for Darby Allin. But so I'm like, he had to get his lick back. So I got Darby Allin beating Pac at Full Gear. Then we got Chris Statlander taking on Mercedes Moné for the AEW Women's World Championship. I love Chris Statlander as a champion. I'm a Chris Statlander fan. Hell, I miss when Chris Statlander, Will Nightingale, and Stokely Hathaway had a group. I have their shirt still. I was like, that was one of the best shirts that AEW ever had. And I want Stokely Hathaway to come up with like another shirt with him and FTR. Please do. But in the meantime, there's no way Statlander needs to be losing this. First of all, there's no way Mercedes Moné needs to win this championship before she loses any of the other championships. Because she's not going to be 14 belts Monet. She got 13 already, but here's the thing. She needs to lose some championships first. You have to do a storyline. Now, she has got to the top because reason being is that she wins this AEW Women's Championship, but then she can't hold all the belts. I mean, she can, but I'm just saying, but it's not going to be good for anybody. You got to spread them things out. And it's like, okay, but then if she wins the Women's World Championship, then she starts losing the other, what they call lower belts. Your women's champion shouldn't even be losing that often to lose her belts, and then she only wins when it comes to the women's championship. No. She couldn't beat Toni Storm at All In, so she don't need to beat Chris Statlander at Full Gear. Chris Statlander needs to beat her, and she needs to start going on this downfall of losing all her championships. Like, the way I would do it is All In is their WrestleMania, right? So, starting now, have her lose all the championships leading up to All In. Then at Double or Nothing, which is their second biggest show, you have her lose the TBS championship, like her last main one. She's the longest reigning TBS champion. She loses that, and then she loses all her belts, going all the way from now up until May. So now she has no belts at all. But then she gets pissed. She starts, getting that, get Monet back, Sasha, whatever she want to call herself, and then she whoever's the champion at that time. She challenges for that championship at All In. Now I think All In's going back to Wembley. So, still, she would challenge it there and finally win that AEW Women's Championship. But in the meantime, this is Chris Statlander's time. Chris Statlander is going to win this matchup. Then we have a steel cage match for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship. Hangman Adam Page taking on Samoa Joe. It's kind of counterproductive to have this matchup when we just had the Blood and Guts match, and they announced a build-up to a steel cage match after the Blood and Guts match. We just seen too many cage matches, okay, and we still got Survivor Series to deal with. I'm like, yes, don't get me wrong, Adam Page can have a brutal steel cage match. Check out the one with Swerve Strickland All Out, which I have the DVD the Blu-ray for. So I would definitely say, like, I think the match will be good, but I still was like, okay, I think he just should did his trademark, the Texas Death Match. And do it the real way, too. Now, I ain't talking about just a brutal-ass hardcore match, like the Texas Death Match where, for those who don't remember, Texas Death Match, from what I remember, was you had to pin the opponent first to a 3 count, then they had to stay down for a 10 count. Like, that's a Texas Death Match. I miss those kind of death matches, right? But, no, we didn't, unfortunately. We're not getting rid of the steel cage matchup. There's no reason why Hangman Page is going to lose. I do think, though, this is when we're going to get the return of MJF. MJF will probably come back and cash in his casino gauntlet, papers, and then challenge Hangman at World's End. Where he lost the championship at, he'll win it back at World's End. That's how I think it's going to go down. So that's how I feel it's going to happen. So as of right now, those are the matches that they have for Full Gear right now. I understand Dynamite didn't happen yet, and the Collision didn't happen yet, so there probably going to be more matches added. So when they're added, I'll do a review on it and try to have it up for you guys on Sunday, maybe even next Monday, to be honest with you. But yeah, as right now, those are my predictions for Full Gear. So it looks it's going to be a solid show. The AEW usually goes all out for their pay-per-views, but I don't think I'm going to sit there and actually go try to buy it on HBO Max or somewhere right now. Thanksgiving is coming up. I ain't got time to spend for that. I got other things to do right now and pay for. So, but should be a good show, and I'll be back to review it on next week's podcast.